Good afternoon. I'm Sam, along with Amy, Susie, Charla, and Velma, and we are Team One. We had the privilege of analyzing the em- employee survey for Hytec and corporations, and the three areas that we found that needed some attention to was pay, friendliness, and cooperation of fellow employees, technical competence of supervision. And based on the data, those areas were the ones with the largest variances that were under the norm after averaging each category. And we also created a Pareto principle to show how it fell below the 80% mark. And next up to go more in depth about pay is Amy.
Hello, my name is Amy. As Sam said, we've evaluated several different categories in Hytec's employee evaluations. So pay was the most important, that had the highest negative area on the survey. So we've came up with a couple different ways to earn money for them. We've come up with a solution not only to increase the pay, but to put it in the hands of the employee to get their own pay raises. We've created personal performance evaluations. These personal performance evaluations can increase your pay by when you have 2 consecutive positive evaluations, you will get a 50-cent pay raise. The evaluations will be twice a year, every 6 months. If you do happen to get 2 consecutive negative evaluations, that employee must attend a workshop seminar. If you do happen to get 3 consecutive negative evaluations, that employee will be terminated indefinitely. The performance evaluations are going to be held 4 times a year, every 3 months, which is going to be quarterly. In these evaluations, you're going to be evaluated on things such as knowledge, productivity, quantity, perseverance, initiative, cooperation, appearance, but not limited to. Depending on what your job entails, you will be evaluated on special criteria. These scales for the personal performance evaluation will be on a scale of 0 to 4. 0 being unsatisfactory, 1 being somewhat deficient effective, 2 satisfactory, 3 exceptional, and 4 clearly outstanding. When you have 2 consecutive positive evaluations, your scale will be above satisfactory. If you have negative, they will be below satisfactory, which would be of 0 to 1. These workshops, once, like we said, if you do happen to get 2 negative consecutive evaluations, you will be mandated to go to these workshops. They will be available every quarter. They will go in depth on training, team morale, knowledge, productivity, getting you up to where you need to be, any special technology. Anyone can attend these special seminars. They're for the whole company of Hytec, but the people that do have the negative evaluations will be required to attend one of them. And then also, if the employees that have a satisfactory, which would be a level of 2 and up at their personal evaluations, if those people do attend but are not required to attend 3 out of 4 of the workshops, they can earn a 50 cents towards their hourly wages. This is addition to the 50 cents that you can earn when you have exceptional to clearly outstanding performances on your evaluation. And the next one up is going to be Susie with friendliness and cooperation.
Thank you, Amy. My portion that we determined through our analysis of your company was that we needed some team building within your company. And friendliness and cooperation was a huge area of concern, because through friendliness and cooperation in the workplace, you get these interpersonal relationships and social business relationships. Excuse me, friendliness and cooperation is needed within the workplace, as employees can spend between 8 and 12 hours a day at work. So you spend most of your time at work versus your time at home. And so these interpersonal relationships are very important for the foundation of that. Our team also found that through analyzing many companies that people do not naturally reach out to one another, and that this is another reason why it's a necessity for us to do that. To foster this within Hytec, we believe opening the lines of communication and through social business interactions, we can create a bond between your employees. Some of the ways for us to do that, we've come up with 5 types of bonding events. The first event we thought would be integral to your company would be professional development activities. And this includes transporting employees to an off-site location or training workshop, as Amy discussed earlier in her portion of the evaluation, both fostering learning and providing opportunity for them to interact in a different environment. Field trips, leaving the confines of the office again, doing some type of nature, going out into nature, doing nature walk, museum, historical society, things of that nature. Also sharing meals. When you break bread with people, you tend to enjoy your company and spend time talking and communicating. So maybe celebrating someone's birthday or something of that nature, or quarterly, managers taking their employees out or the team out. Next, we thought fitness and activities, sporting activities would be good for your company, not only to build the health of your company, but also to get employees out of their seats to get moving. In today's society, we sit at our desks 8 to 12 hours a day, and we're not moving. So not only will we build the health of your employees, but we'll also enter some team building through maybe bowling or baseball teams. Volunteering is also another way that we thought would be really great for your company, going out to not only visit in the community, but help our community, but to give back and have employees do something where they enjoy it. As you can see on this slide, Google does this year round. They go out as a team, doing a community garden, something of that nature. So, today, the people that we work with could be our bosses tomorrow. So next up, Charlotte's going to come up and talk with you about supervision, and thank you.
Okay, hi, I'm Charla Hudgens, and I'm here to talk about supervisor technical competency. To start with, it's important to define the difference between technical skills and business skills. Technical skills are basically applied to specific job requirements, whereas business skills are the ability to perform within a professional environment or organization. We define these differences because to show that ineffective supervisors tend to gravitate more towards one of the characteristics or skills, whereas effective supervisors tend to balance the skills and develop them equally. Now, we find that it's vital that Hytec restructure to format tools and resources available for their supervisors in the following areas. We suggest that skill development be a focus for supervisor mentoring and one-on-one coaching. That's with a senior level or upper level management to provide coaching and feedback. Team performance and feedback sessions. Again, that's with peer groups as well as managers above supervisor level. And then management calibration and level set sessions would incorporate peer feedback and idea sharing with other supervisors who are in the same role. Skills evaluation allows the supervisor to do a self-assessment inventory and take surveys to identify areas where they might need to improve their skills or to gauge if they have improved their skills. And employee evaluations and feedback will give feedback towards the supervisor and implement any changes that the employees are looking for. Product and system knowledge. To assign a subject matter expert maybe on a senior representative level or a senior employee level will fill in the gaps while the supervisors are still in the learning stage, maybe a buddy or a mentor. Management training and development courses would go along with what Amy is offering. The supervisors can actually sign up, maybe have their own type of compensation levels as supervisors. And then quarterly management on-the-job training to allow them to have a hands-on experience to work with their peers as well as with the employees. So Velma's going to talk to us next and just kind of wrap up the next steps that we want to take with you.
Good afternoon. My name is Velma Alvarez, and I will be concluding this afternoon's presentation. Now let's go ahead and do a recap of what we decided we wanted to do with Hytec. We wanted to go ahead and change their monetary compensation as well as their non-monetary compensation. That was an improvement that needed to be done within the company. We all know as working citizens that pay is important. So with that, we went ahead and did 50-cent wage increase twice a year, and this is going to be done through evaluations and through workshops. In addition to monetary compensations, we're also going to do non-monetary compensation, and that will include awards and recognitions. Now, we all know that, you know, our hard work isn't going unnoticed. So whether it be at a workshop where we're being noticed and recognized for our hard work, or even if our supervisor pulls us aside and tells us, hey, you're doing a great job. So that's how we're also going to compensate them as far as non-monetary means. Another thing that we decided that we needed help was the team building and friendliness and cooperation. We all know that it's important to have a friendly, high dynamic workplace. You know, we don't want to go to work and be stressful, you know, stressed out. So we went ahead and suggested that Hytec start implementing volunteering programs, you know, picnics, shared meals, you know, that will get people a little bit more friendlier with each other. You know, not only do they know each other within work, the confines of work, but also outside of work as well. And another issue that we went ahead and suggested that Hytec take a look into are the competency of their supervisors. It's important that leadership knows and understands that the jobs that, you know, that they are handing down to the associates. So we're going to be able to make sure that the supervisors are competent enough by holding training seminars, evaluations, and mentor programs. With these mentor programs, the supervisors act as coaches with the associates that are just coming in, or so on and so forth. So if you go ahead and take a look at the package that we have provided you, you will go ahead and see these 3 dimensions that we have mentioned in this presentation today. So if you guys have any questions regarding the pay, team building, supervisor competency, you can go ahead and reach our consulting firm at 555-4539.